Oh, shoot. Okay, it just starts. Argenta gestures for your attention. Rogue Trader, I would like to remind you about Reverend Hieronymus's request. He asked us to search for a potential cultist den in Footfall's shadow quarters. You know Footfall better than me. Do you think the rumors of the heretics are true? There was a time when I'd have said it was likely a fabrication. One can say many things about the Casbella Casbellica mission and the other shady operators on Footfall, but even those thugs are loyal to the Emperor, and so they mercilessly exterminate outright heretics in their territory. But now, what is this one? Heretics have launched an open attack on a rogue trader's ship. A member of your dynasty, Conrad Voigt. These names and. All right, okay. Conrad Voigtver has turned out to be one of them, and Footfall itself is sinking deeper and deeper into madness. In these times of strife, I'm willing to believe in heretics who openly perform their dark rituals and brazenly mark their dens with sacrilegious symbols. You seem to be weighed down by something. What? No! Argenta shakes her head and rubs her temples tiredly. Apologies, Rogue Trader. Being here on Footfall is difficult for me. It's a minor personal weakness, but I'm ready to fight as ever. It will have no effect on my combat skills. If something is troubling you, tell me. Perhaps I can help. Argenta shoots you a wary look. I suppose I could share it with you, but the tale will be long, and I will have to start from the beginning. I wasn't born in the Expanse. I was sent here to be a guardian of the reliquary on Footfall, but my ship became caught in a warp anomaly, and although it lasted only days before those on board, decades had flown by in real space. When at last I arrived at Footfall, it felt like I had been erased from time. No one was waiting for me on this side of the maw. The people who were supposed to greet me, who knew about my imminent arrival, had died. The reliquary that should have been mine to safeguard had instead been taken under the protection of Reverend Hieronymus and his brethren. They were more than up to the task. They had no need for my help. Footfall became my cage. I didn't know who I was or what purpose I had here. The way back to Calixis seemed like another trap. Even if I were to find a ship headed there, my sector, my order, they too would have lived decades without me by that point. Whenever I'm reminded of those months I spent on Footfall, it feels like I'm falling into a pit. I hope the rumors of cultists turn out to be true. I can't wait to prove my bolter that the world and the Imperium need me. How and why did your stay on Footfall come to an end? Something must have changed. Yes, a sign, almost a portent showed me the right path, but it's not something I can speak of like this, on the street, in this den of malice. Let's be on our way. All I'll say is on Footfall I met Lady Theodora and joined her, and that was the end of my languishing in this place. We must keep going.
Attention to detail.
Who holds a flamer like that, you idiot? We're almost refueled here. We'll show you how it's done. I'm just not feeling it anymore, that's all. The guy's pretty much a cinder now. It was a lot more fun when he was alive and thrashing about. Dang, there's long pauses in the... Oh, it's a fight. I guess how do I want to approach this is... If I do it this way, I can funnel them. Yeah, let's do it this way.
Your struggles are in vain.
Show them no mercy.
Look at that. Here comes another training target for us. Fire it up, you lot. What are you firing up? I don't understand. What did you do in the back there? Anyways. What am I moving, Pascal? Argenta, there she is. Okay, I think everybody's ready. Oh, I can't fit everyone. Marks an area 5 in the rear, all allies in the area deals. Cover infantry, dodge, reduction.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. My vow is to serve. The Omnissiah knows.
Oh, I can't see him. Of course I can't see him.
I'm not so sure.
This is a 2 attack, so I can still.
On it. Will do. But of course, farewell.
Very, very nice. What's this? The bounty hunter may mark any enemy in combat as prey. Whenever the bounty kills a target marked as prey, they gain a stackable bonus until the end of combat. The bonus depends on the enemy difficulty tier. The Roman numeral and the icon. Ah.
Faith without deeds is worthless. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Seriously? Ugh.
Doubt is for the weak.
My goal is to get as many as
I
possible.
will
If I
bathe
do
this
this,
battlefield in righteous fury.
there we go. I knew I'd get there. And guess what? Here's round 2 for you.
As the Emperor commands, none can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it.
I think I was supposed to do that at the top of the turn. Oh well. Shouldn't have gone off, right? I have. I guess I do.
Let's get to it. Let's make it quick.
Oh my God, Pascal.
At your beck and call. Indeed. A tactically sound approach. I will do my duty. At your beck and call.
Oh. Okay.
No matter the cost. It will be done. Victory is imminent. An exemplary strike.
Should have done that at the beginning. Oh well.
I will do my duty.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Oh, so close.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. Try to die with grace, at least.
Very good.
Hold on.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Hydraulics are
On
failing.
our way. Let's get to it.
That's not good. Pascal is getting ripped apart.
Betraying me.
Will do.
Oh, that was the same person. Oh well. It's okay.
Anything else? Be gone.
Nice.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! Faith without deed. In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. Strike is a prayer. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. You can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Should have one more shot, no?
My resolve is
Dude,
unshaken.
I don't think I've gone for a minute. My main boy. Oh god. Alright, well.
Through chaos, I
See if I can-
stride.
It doesn't even matter, dude. I can't do anything.
Follow my lead.
We might be able to get there. Oh yeah, you can.
It will be done.
Just to
At
make
your
sure.
beck and call.
I think that
Look
was the
no
last
further.
one. The flabby man in worn clothes is sighing sadly over a glass of murky booze. Only when he looks up at you do you notice his eyes, large, piercing, and full of sorrow. A stark contrast to his unkempt appearance. Could it be that someone actually wishes to keep me company? Allow me to introduce myself. Gordey Skatov, architectural historian. You look deeply despondent over something. What happened? Gordey sighs heavily. Here I go again, pouring my heart out to have you disappear in 10 minutes just like everyone else before you. But all right, here's the story of Gordey Skatov, the unluckiest historian in the Imperium. I was born 2 sectors. Jeez, here we go. I was born. I was born 2 sectors away from here. My family was quite influential, which allowed me to dedicate myself to my great passion, the history of Imperium architecture. I spent a number of years studying every scholarly work there was to find on this art, and then, once I inherited my family fortune, I traveled and documented the development of architectural thought on different worlds, until one day, oh, that accursed that and blessed day, until one day I came into possession of something quite special. Gordey pulls what looks like a book or an album with a homemade leather cover out of his bag. Both the pages and the binding look well worn. Here it is, my undoing. This is an authentic booklet titled Dwayne Design, one of the thousands that were printed centuries ago, in the times of Footfall's construction. What a curious read. Please, tell us more. As Cassia takes a shy step forward, Gordey smiles and shows her some of the faded pages. Footfall's founder, Lord Parsimus, was obsessed with his creation's grand future. This booklet describes in detail what Footfall was meant to become upon its completion. Dozens of asteroids turned into glorious palaces and temples, massive bridges spanning the void itself, and the marvelous flying buttresses, the archivolts of the exterior arches, the elegant arrangement of balusters, and the interior, proliferous, 10 stories tall and more than a kilometer long, cyclopean light tubes that catch the light of Furibundus and use it to brighten the halls and the hearts of the asteroids. Stained glass windows and mosaics, bas relief and statues. Engrossed in his own description, Gordey stands up and starts tracing the outlines of arches and galleries with his hands. Adira blinks sleepily, barely suppresses a yawn, and starts looking around with a bored expression. You know what? I'm just gonna keep listening. Why the hell not? Emerging from his reverie, he catches himself, blushes slightly, and loudly flops back into his seat. I apologize. I got carried away. But you must understand how deep an impression this booklet left on me when my young self picked it up. I simply couldn't think about anything other than Footfall. I was ready to give my life just to see this incredible station And of course, no matter how hard my friends and loved ones tried to dissuade me, I still gathered all my savings and set out on a journey. It is no easy feat to cross two sectors, especially for a common citizen, albeit one who has some resources at his disposal. I had to change one ship after another, at times being forced to stay on transfer worlds waiting for a vessel headed in the right direction for the warp disturbances to subside. The voyage took me a total of 107 years in real space time. Of course, for me, it was much less than that, somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 to 35 years. 30 to 35. And then, after all those years, having spent all of my savings, I reached my dream. And what did I see? A dump in place of the exquisite portico, metal and anthills clinging to the columns, the marble tiles pilfered by paupers to use as cladding for their hovels. Gorde hangs his head. It's been a dozen years since I came here, and I still haven't recovered from the shock. I had suspected that not everything from the booklet would exist in reality, but I never expected to see Footfall in such a sorry state. It is like stumbling upon the horrible, decomposing corpse of your beautiful beloved. Argenta's gaze darkens. The warp, like a shameless thief, is guilty of stealing the short span allotted to his servants. But what sense is there in spending half your life in such an enterprise, only to then lose your spirit and waste the remaining half on nothing at all? So then, ink and paper, too, can lie and cause pain, Kasia sighs sadly. Does this mean that all I have ever read about will one day disappoint me with the ugliness of reality? But you're an architectural historian. Is what happened to Footfall not part of its history? Gorde strokes his goatee in thought. Yes, Footfall's current appearance, slums fused together with the remains of majestic palaces, is a unique phenomenon. It would be curious to observe if other places have taken after it, thereby solidifying it as a new style of architecture. Or if it still remains a local oddity. My word. You certainly know how to provide an unexpected perspective on things. Provide an unexpected perspective on things. That's crazy sentence. Couple of words together. Be that as it may, I just wanted to say thank you for hearing me out. Over the dozen years I've spent on Footfall, not one person has hung around long enough to listen to my story to the end. It's such a delight to have shared everything that's been weighing on my mind. Okay, I changed my mind from what I said before when I said, here we go. It made him happy. I'm poor as a church mouse, but I still have something to offer you as a token of my appreciation. After studying the booklet thoroughly, I discovered something interesting. A ciphered message scattered throughout its pages. Taking the form of a riddle, it described certain places of interest on Footfall. I believe it is a work of the booklet's creators. What if these riddles lead to something, a wondrous discovery? I will gladly share what I've been able to learn with you. Oh, okay. Riddles? A flash of burning, almost childless curiosity brightens Kasia's austere countenance. Have you not tried to make this wondrous discovery for yourself? I have, of course, but I'm an old man who is blind in one eye and can barely move his legs. I never found anything, but that doesn't mean there's nothing to find. Tell me about this place these riddles lead to. The first location from the riddles isn't far from here. It's a bridge that was supposed to go through the center of this district and into the void toward the neighboring asteroids. Only a couple of its spans were built, and even those lie in ruins. Still, if the cache survived after all those years, it is there somewhere. The second location is the lantern of the Great Cathedral. A lantern is a small tower on top of a dome. You've seen Footfall's atrium, haven't you? The whole atrium is just the nave of the former little cathedral. The Liege's entire so-called palace would have fit inside what was meant to be naught but a single room. The Great Cathedral, had it been built, would have been even bigger, but alas, its construction was just getting underway when Dwayne died and the work stopped. The lantern from its dome, however, had already been built and survived. It was brought inside the atrium and dubbed the Chapel of St. Drusus the Warrior. And that's all I know. I wish you luck in your search. I must take my leave. Good luck to you. All right.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
My patience, you remember the way out. Dismissed. The tall man in austere gray clothes makes a show of looking past the woman he's addressing. Vladam, Vladam, Vladam. What Ozzy put such harsh words into your mouth? You talk like you're an imperial clerk, not one of us. The woman who is standing with her back to you lets out an ostentatious sigh. Then her tone changes dramatically. Where's my cargo, Vladim? Falco has it, doesn't he? So that's how you do business with your old friends these days? So you don't remember? Then the help will remind you. Guards, escort her out. Hidari, move. The massive guard leans down to the woman and says in a lowered voice, Jay, get going while he's letting you. Go drown your sorrows at the Amassicus and thank your lucky stars you were able to walk out the door. You won't get the chance next time. First an insult, and now threats. I see courtesy and tact are no longer a valued commodity on Footfall. Oh well, I'll find myself a better deal. She turns on her heel and heads towards the exit. As she passes you by, she gives you a quick once-over, winks at you, then immediately turns away with a flip of her jet black hair. The tall man, who has long since noticed your presence, is studying you intently. Vladam Takara, Liege of Footfall. Let us please proceed to my office. A spread befitting a visitor of your rank is waiting. Your entourage will be accommodated nearby. Certainly. Let's go. Please, follow me. While you are engaged in small talk, you get a chance to take the measure of Liege Takora. His expression is aloof and focused, his gestures curt and firm, and his speech calm and quiet, as though he is used to people always listening to what he says. Judging by his observant gaze, he has been studying you in turn this whole time. Vladam straightens his chair and says in a polite but completely indifferent tone, Let's talk business. On behalf of the elite of Footfall Station, I offer you my condolences, Lord von Valencius. We mourn Lady Theodora's loss, and we hope this sentiment is taken as a sign of our good intentions and willingness to cooperate. Thank you, Liege. A terrible loss for us all. I hope that under your guidance, the dynasty can recover from this blow and attain even greater power. I'm impressed by your prudence, your decision to arrive on Footfall incognito, without announcing either the death of the previous rogue trader or your own status. It was quite wise. The rumors will spread sooner or later. It's impossible to keep it's impossible to keep secret something that's known to the thousands of people serving on a void ship. But for now, you're free to reap the benefits of anonymity. As you may have noticed, Footfall is currently in a state of crisis. Its people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself. Who is that woman? The wardens threw out. Ladam's expression hardens, and he makes a frustrated gesture. A dead woman walking. Some, however, still call her Jay Hidari, a small-time hustler with big ambitions that will lead her to a sticky end. It's strange. A small-time hustler, even a particularly audacious one, wouldn't likely quarrel in public with a figure as important as the Liege of Footfall. What seems stranger still is that the Liege knows this small fry by name. Oh, you're hiding something. She is irrelevant. Since I'm the one in control of the situation on Footfall, I can speak on behalf of all of its noteworthy residents. I was attacked right at the docks. An outrageous stunt. A show of disrespect for both of you and me. Sadly, such incidents on Footfall are akin to natural disasters. Impossible to predict or preempt. They simply happen. Many consider Footfall to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say that there is difference between organized crime and gangs of thugs who have nothing to lose. You are attacked by the latter. The Anvers are a gang of punks who spit on our customs and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue. A rabble-rouser who calls for people's heads, not a commander. Sooner or later, we will find him and have him strung up. That will likely cool his followers' enthusiasm. Behind the carefully built facade of composure, you sense anger. It appears that this man is not used to losing control, but that is exactly what is happening. I like this one. I saw grin at him. I was like, I have to do this. Grin at him. I can tell they've been a real pain for you. I bet you'd love to gut those jokers, wouldn't you? Come on, admit it. You would, wouldn't you? A shark-like smile appears on Vladim's face, bloody and vicious. Back where I grew up, they call it throwing someone for a loop. They carve a particular sign on the person's forehead, then load them alive into the slag disposal chute. And send them out to orbit the station. Every 30 years we clean the orbit and count how many stiffs bearing which signs have been floating around. You have no idea how much I want to throw those little thugs for a loop like in the good old days. What sort of patronage do you seek from me? Protection. Not military protection, but a different kind of security. You have, of course, already encountered difficulties with warp navigation on your way here. I'm afraid the scope of these difficulties extend far beyond this area. Reports of disrupted routes and ships vanishing during short jumps are coming in from across this entire sector. Communication with the Calaxis sector has been extremely unstable. Of the ships that have dived into the Maw in recent years, none have yet returned. The last ship that came through the Maw from the other side was struck by a temporal anomaly. The jump took almost 2 decades in real space-time. Interesting. You have heard of periods of warp instability, including cases where the Maw would become completely inaccessible for the navigation for years on end. thus temporarily cutting off the Acronis expanse from the Imperium. Even so, Vladim's words are particularly alarming. It seems that something has had a profound effect on the Maw. And this brings us to our main issue. Footfall is a repair shipyard and a trading post. We barely produce anything ourselves and are largely dependent on incoming shipments, especially food shipments. The station naturally has some reserves, but the supply issues didn't start yesterday. Footfall would be obliged if House von Valencius would assist us by signing a contract for food deliveries. I'm doing this anyways. I can't be the only one you've asked for help. Naturally, I tried contacting other rogue traders, but the terms of the House Corda would have bled Footfall dry, and as for the esteemed Caligus Winterscale, instead of food shipments from him, I received a transport, the Navica, packed with refugees. I had to send them off to Foulstone. So many extra mouths to feed would have only worsened the crisis further. I suppose all these warp malfunctions have created more pressing concerns for Lord Winterscale. And so I put my faith in you, the third and last of Footfall's allies. So Footfall is cut off from all of its shipments. The local gangs are running wild, and the local hustlers are throwing tantrums in your residence. Are you positive you're in control of this situation? Vladim listens with a stony expression. You are very perceptive. Yeah. Well, now you know what you're buying. The situation is difficult, but should you decide to offer your support, you'll forget about the existence of trading hubs other than Footfall, because you won't have more loyal friends anywhere else. What are the terms of this deal? It's simple. Delivery of food shipments from your fertile worlds, Janus. I imagine I'm quite familiar with that jewel of Von Valencia's protectorate in exchange for fair payment. Get on your knees and ask properly, then I will help. That's crazy. Yeah, I can't pass this up. It's too good. Get on your knees and ask properly. Then I will help. Okay. He knows how to swallow his pride. Vladim's eyes narrow as he gives you a calm, appraising look, then kneels. His body, unaccustomed to such displays of obedience, moves slowly as if the air has suddenly grown thick. If this is the price for the station's prosperity, I will pay it. I'd like to know more about the Anvers gang. Why haven't they been dealt with yet? He grits his teeth slightly before answering. I have been using all my resources to delay the moment when the station is hit by famine. I haven't gotten around to the Anvers yet. As detrimental as they are, they're no players. When their leader dies, the rest will scatter. There's an establishment not too far from here. They let people torture fake Xenos there. I want it to stop. Vladim gives a curt nod. It will be dealt with. What's the situation in the region? Troubling. Xenos raids are growing more frequent. Trade is suffering, and fringe worlds are going under. Rumors of atrocities being committed by enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. The core of the Imperium forces in the Cronus Expanse has departed for the sector's borders to combat the Xenos threat. There has been no word from them for a while. Then again, with the distance and the current issues of the astropaths, that is not entirely out of the ordinary. Still, we are not yet alone. From several of the worlds hit by the Xenos attack, we've received reports of fierce warriors who descended from the sky and entered the fray. The fragmentary counts lead me to believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes are operating the Cronus Expanse, and I await news of their victories with great anticipation. No, there haven't. Attacking footfall in general is not a particularly reasonable thing to do. Many ships are docked here at any given time, and even the listed weapons on board would make for a decent fighting force. And that's not even to mention the firepower that our esteemed merchants have shamefully hidden from the station a customs official. For us here, Xenos are more of a source of income than a threat. Aladdin freezes, gauging your reaction. I'm gonna do dogmatic. You should consider your words more carefully. An admission like that sounds dangerously close to heresy. I hear you. You must have misunderstood. What I meant was loyal servants of the Emperor often trade their spoils here on footfall, including those claimed in battles with otherworldly beasts. Any other forms of interaction with Xenos are, of course, prosecuted without mercy.
Oh God. Water. Oh God, water.
I have other questions about footfall. Rest assured, I will be candid. My lips are bound by oath of service. What exactly interests you on footfall? This abode of merchants, xenotech traders, and only a few bandits. The Casbalica mission, a criminal syndicate that has seized control of the entirety of the coal trade in the sector. Xenos creations are high demand, and so every single colony has a Casbalic agent or two. Opposing their commercial interests is a lot more dangerous than using the merchandise. He glances at you cautiously. I'm not intimidated by them, obviously, and I do everything in my power to keep them away from footfall, but my power has its limits. I have no more questions. I'm glad to have satisfied your curiosity. Other matters demand my attention. Then I won't take up any more of your time.
Powers unseen, uncover my path.
Nope. Lord Captain, I'm pleased to report that the inspections have been completed and all unidentified system failures have been resolved. The Void Ship is ready to depart Footfall. The crew is waiting for your further instructions, and there are also a number of issues that need to be addressed. Pretty
The
cool.
world will bow.
Oh. A well-groomed young man calls out to you. He is clean-shaven and dressed in clothes that are expensive but unshowy, with a bright aquila embroidered in a prominent spot. Noble sir, a minute of your time, if you please. I am Bastion in Derima Bestal Corda, youngest cousin of House Corda, an envoy of Incendia Bestal Corda, rogue trader of the Cronus Expanse, by the grace of the most holy emperor. And you must be an envoy of Theodora von Valencius. I noticed that you arrived on the esteemed lady's ship. Corda, They are some of the most influential rogue traders in the Cronus Expanse, but not on footfall. The station is under the control of House Winterscale. Something tells me that we are about to hear a most curious offer, says Abelard under his breath so that only you can hear him. Quite right. I am Lady Theodora's envoy. This is Fidelio all over again. Alright, quite right. I am Lady Theodora's envoy. Splendid. It's a pleasure to be speaking with an equal. Truth be told, I get a little flustered in the presence of the powers that can be. Bastion smiles meekly. What did you wish to speak with me about? A matter of the utmost delicacy. You see, you've been to the residence of the Liege. Vladame almost certainly appealed to you for assistance in the arraignment of shipments to footfall. The von Valencius Protectorate is famed to be for the abundance of its main agri-worlds, Janus. It would be odd for him not to seize on such an opportunity when footfall is on the verge of famine. However, the Corda dynasty pursues its own interests on footfall. We have already announced our terms to the Liege, but he is stalling. I imagine in hopes of getting a better offer from you. The Corda dynasty believes, Bastion smiles and gives a slight shrug, that cooperation would be preferable for both rogue trader houses. If you refuse Vladame, thereby forcing him to agree to a deal with us, the Corda dynasty can promise you a share of the profits from the future contract, as well as certain other perquisites? Everybody benefits. The Emperor's most loyal servants would be more concerned with carrying his will through the stars and less with the divvying up profits among themselves, Argenta says disapprovingly, but quietly enough so as not to interrupt the negotiations, especially when the well-being of one of the Imperium's worlds is at stake, even one such as footfall. Behind your smile, Master Bastion, teal shadows swirl. Others may not see them, but your worry cannot escape my eye. What are you afraid of? Your house's wrath? Should these negotiations prove fruitless, or the wrath of House von Valencius? Ideria, who was yawning in boredom a moment ago, flinches and clutches her face, her fingernails digging into her skin. They're coming. Again. Brothers of the ones who came before. I just don't get it. Do they all have a death wish? Brothers of the ones who came before. I appreciate the warning, Adira. What? Bastion stares at you in surprise, then turns around. I'll get help.
The absurdity of your struggle amuses me.
Yep. That solves that. Okay, I think that's good. What?
Request approved. Running binary override.
Why is so is the map like this then? I don't. How do I rotate the thing? Whatever. Deal with it when we deal with it. Oh, there we go. That's hard to rotate. There we go.
Favorable. My vow is discern.
And he hit no one. Maybe I should have done precision.
On it. Farewell.
Okay.
Will do.
Oh, it says it right there. Press R to rotate. I'm so dumb.
Was that you? Or
Let's get to it.
Scared yet?
Part of the trial.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
My place is at the fore. Indeed. It will be done.
Oh my god, 58. Overkill.
Hold on.
I'm in, maggot. Let's get to it.
That's a lot of people.
I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Momentum.
prayer. Guided by faith. I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. I am his will made manifest. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. Rejoice in battle!
Good God, Argenta.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Out of my way!
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Let's get to it!
Oh, hey, we actually have a person helping us now. Okay.
Show me what you've got.
Let's get to it!
Oh, I can't do voice of.
Ruin beckons. Shall reign.
Time to fuck 'em up, Babylon. I don't need to be honest. We should
Victory
finish
is
him.
imminent. Reduced to dust.
And then...
I will do my duty. At your beck and call.
No need.
Indeed.
Oh, another guard.
As the tactical imperative dictates. The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
forgetting to do this thing.
Cover me! That is not my destiny.
It's out of line? Oh my god.
Will do. Be gone.
Let's make it quick.
Pain cleanses the body.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. I'm afraid not.
No, so I can't see. Can't do that either. I should have just done the extra turn. Argent does it though.
I will endure.
That's a pretty cool weapon.
Hold on.
Oh wait, what?
Weather the storm!
Oh, these guards are weak.
Here we go.
Oh no, he's good.
One step closer. I need no guidance.
I'll do it. Calculated.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
The scriptural prognosis
Kind of.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Out of my way.
Our esteemed Magos has fallen.
What? A what? A mascosi?
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
A tactically sound approach. We'll rule the stars themselves. At your beck and call. It will be done. I will do my duty.
Oh, dang.
At your beck and
Finishing
call,
it now.
you attempt. I am at your service.